Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of the Smoke and Barrel Show, where our passion is cigars and firearms. On this episode, we're going to give you our top 5 cigars for 2022. Hey everybody, welcome back. Like I said, today we're going to talk about our top 5 cigars for 2022. I'm here with Kyle from Route 7 Cigars here in Sterling, Virginia. Kyle,
Hey
what's
Mike,
going on?
how are you?
Good. So what we're going to do, let's just jump right in. So we picked our top 5 cigars for the year. And Kyle, why don't you start with the first cigar? What do we have?
Okay, before we start with the cigars, I just want people to know that we picked these cigars because of the cigar enthusiast love of these cigars. I mean, last year they were probably the best-selling new cigars on the market. That's why we picked them. It has nothing to do with whether I make any money on this or whether it tastes like chocolate or anything else. It is because we sold more of them as a new cigar.
Yeah.
So, okay. We're going to run with the first one, and the first one is St. Francis by All Saints Cigar. It is a Corojo Ecuadorian wrapper on a Nicaraguan binder and filler. The owner of this cigar, Mickey Pegg, started in the business as a Davidoff rep, worked for CAO as the vice president of sales, and now has started his own cigar in collaboration with Rocky Patel at his Tabacusa factory in Nicaragua. This starts out the lightest of any of the group we have here. It builds a little, it gets no bigger than medium. A little bit of pepper at the beginning, but it smoothens out. Really consistent smoothness all the way through. Just a great starting cigar for the day if you don't want to go to anything really big.
Yeah, and that's kind of the mildest of the bunch that we have
right,
here.
Right, correct.
And so the next cigar is the Aladino Classic. So the Aladino Classic is a Habano wrapper. It is Corojo binder, but it is Habano and Corojo filler.
Correct.
Which is an interesting mix.
Yep.
So it's a very smooth smoke. It's kind of on the mild to medium side, maybe more medium than mild. It's very consistent all the way throughout. One of the reasons why I wanted to make sure we put it into the top 5 this year, or for 2022 rather. But it's a very smooth smoke, very consistent, and it was a good, for me, that's a great after dinner cigar as well.
Right. And Aladino is Julio A. Roa out of the Jamastrum Valley in Honduras, and he makes most of those cigars. He also made the Corojo Reserva, which is a phenomenal cigar.
Yeah.
And he was the originator of Camacho. So good factory, long time makers of cigars. So yeah, you really need to try one of these.
Yep.
Okay, the third one is a collaboration between Ernesto Perez Carrillo, or EPC, and Oliva. This is a Nicaraguan binder and filler, but it's the only one in the group that has a Sumatra Maduro wrapper, which gives it a richness the other two don't have because of the wrapper. It's fermented longer, gives it a little inert sweetness. Even though it's spicy, the spice doesn't pick up until about halfway through. Again, another consistently smooth cigar, but it's not light. It starts into the medium and it stays there. May start to push toward full-bodied at the end.
Yeah.
But anything made by EPC, who had 2 of the #1 cigars of the year in the last 3 years, and Oliva, who makes a top 10 every year, is really, really worth trying as a new cigar.
All right, so next on the list is one I'm really excited about, which is the new World Dorado. So this is a new cigar by AJ Fernandez. This is the first cigar out of his new Dorado farm. This is a Habano sun-grown wrapper, and it's all Nicaraguan binder and filler. So pretty much all Nicaraguan with the sun-grown Habano wrapper.
Right.
So this cigar comes out of the gate pretty intense, a lot of pepper, a lot of spice. It kind of mellows out as you get kind of in the second third into the final third.
Yeah, a lot of times that's just because your palate is now used to the shock of the spice and pepper you got at the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So I would definitely put this on the full-bodied side.
Yeah,
I think. I mean,
yes,
definitely.
Yeah.
But it's a really, really great cigar. And by the way, We have a full review coming out on this cigar here in the next few episodes, so stay tuned for that. We're going to do a complete review of the Dorado, which is a really great cigar. So, Kyle, tell us about the last one.
Okay, so the last one is Olmec. Again, another AJ Fernandez cigar made for Foundation Cigars. It's also Nicaraguan binder and filler, but it has a Mexican wrapper, which gives it a little earthiness that the others don't have and comes out way full-bodied from the get-go from the others. Olmec was a Native American tribe in Mexico. That's how it started, and the wrapper comes from that area, which is why they named it that way. Yeah, like I said, really full-bodied, great taste all the way through. Cigar Snob made it its #1 cigar of the year. Cigar Aficionado made it its #6 cigar of the year. So out of the group, that's been rated everybody the highest, though at least 4 of these cigars have all made the top 25 in 4 cigar journals.
Yeah.
So that had nothing to do with the reason we picked it. We picked them, and then they came out, and it was like, well, I guess all enthusiasts think the same way that ours do here. So, yeah, all of them great, solid Nicaraguan cigars. I hope you enjoy them.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to click like and subscribe down below, and let us know what you think your top 5 cigars are for 2022, and let us know if you smoke these here. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Smoking Barrel Show.
Thanks a lot.